Record.
I get to the end of the meeting and then I realise I haven't pressed record. So then I can't do what I wanted to do. So that's good. So anyway, welcome to AI, the cool stuff. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. My background looks pretty cool, but there's in more ways than one. But it's all good. So what we do, if there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want to break out, if you want a little segment to talk about something or present something or tell us about something, just let me know. Just speak up and that'll be fine. Joel, did you wanted to add something in, did you?
No, I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, right.
Now, yes. No. It's okay.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, the first thing we'll do is that we'll go around the room and we'll introduce ourselves, and usually we just say how we're using AI in our business, or if we're just here to find out stuff that will make us more productive, or just learning stuff, however you want to do it. But no, there's but tell us about your business and about what it is you do. And Chris, we'll start with you as you were the first one here.
Yeah, thank you, David. So just a little bit of background on that. In terms of UK Cybersecurity Group, which is myself and Leon Jaquel, for if anybody's met Leon that's here, some of you have. Basically, we use AI a lot. We use Steffi's application. That's our core CRM application that we use. So we use that, and we also use AI for blogging and for social media posts. I would emphasize that Leon is definitely in the loop there. So we make sure that whatever we put out is SEO'd and also makes sense and doesn't look like it's AI and et cetera, right? We had a SEO person analyze our website yesterday, and we got very good marks for that. Then quickly, just what I wanted to say to you, as some of you know, I've been and Leon has been helping Ukraine for the last 2.5 years. And long story cut short, we've ended up with working with very closely with three Ukrainian companies. Actually, one is Ukrainian US company, but three Ukrainian companies that are all AI based. So they do slightly different things. And what I did was I put into the chat there 3 links. So the 3 companies are called YC World, You Control World, right? Which is basically a sanctions checker. So it means that you can just check any business and that to see whether or not they have been sanctioned or they have any connection to sanctioned entities. Another one is Osable, which is basically misinformation, disinformation, propaganda detection. We recently did a case study with the Daily Mail website where we basically showed that about 1/3 of all of their engagement was just bots, which is a bit embarrassing for them, and they're thinking very hard about that. And then the final application is Valacor, which is a quite interesting thing that you may have or may not have heard of. It's basically AI assisted microfacial expressions analysis, right? So basically what this means is that you can analyze people's facial expressions, not just their broad facial expressions, but their micro expressions, which are involuntary, they can't do anything about, right? And you can basically tell what they're thinking as they speak. We have an interesting case study of Putin. So I won't take up too much time, but David, thank you for allowing me just to do a slightly extended introduction.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think a lot of I mean, there's a lot of nearly everything's propaganda, isn't it? I think there's I mean, I thought you were going to say the Daily Mail, it was all propaganda, but I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
the third is quite impressive. But right, Michael, tell us about your
Wow, Chris, that was the longest 1 minute I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was allowed. I was allowed.
Yeah, that's fine.
You speak before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at the top of the chat there. I have 3 businesses. I sell gas and electricity to companies. I'm also involved with MLM Superstars. Some of you may have heard of that. That's going to come out later the year. There is a webinar on tonight at 7 o'clock by the founder. Shirley's been on it. Really recommend it if you're involved in network marketing. It's going to be huge. The other thing, I'm working with Steffi on AI. I find it very useful. It's nice to have someone at the other end who can help you. And I promote events on Meetup and LinkedIn. And as you can see there at the top, June the 4th, sales growth system powered by LinkedIn events, Chat GPT. So wherever AI is used, I like to promote it on this program. So you can go in there, it is free. There's the link to register. I will be there as well. Have a look. You know, it may help you. I haven't seen it before, but I will be the first to see it on Tuesday. So that's me in a quick nutshell.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Michael. Shirley, tell us about you.
Good morning, folks. I work in health and wellness. I work with Forever Living products. I support people who want to look at health challenges or just want to stay healthy with using the products that you can see behind me, which is a whole range. We have supplements as well as drinks, as well as skincare and weight management. I also show people how they can earn an extra income around what they currently do using our marketing plan. I have been doing this for the last 13 years and very happy with it. I've got some great results from the products myself. And so I would easily or gladly recommend them to anybody who wants to try. So Shirley, I help you to look good and feel fabulous. Now, I am not an AI person, but I'm trying to be. So I'm here to learn, see how it can help you to promote my business and whatever else it may have to offer. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, thanks, Shirley. Joel, tell us about you.
Thank you, David. So my name is Joel Serrano, and I work with IT and with AI applied to businesses. Basically, I'm very focused on the automation of businesses and giving businesses and people the opportunity to do more with less resources. I work with Event Raptor. Probably you all know them. I also organize online events and training. So yes. So basically, this is what I'm doing actually. I'm organizing 2 summits, one dedicated to online course creation and another one dedicated to AI for businesses. And if you like, later on, I can give you more information about these 2 summits that I'm organizing in partnership with Event Raptor. Yes, so this is a little bit about what I do, and yes, so if you need some help, I'm here and available.
Perfect. Thanks, Joel. Nicola, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm Nicola Holt. Most of you know me. I run Technic Solutions, also Online Hits and Eco Development Operations Limited. I've been interested in AI for quite a while, and I love coming along to these types of events. I don't think David's the only one that runs it, something like this. I've loved learning about ChatGPT. I've loved learning about what was the other one? Pi. I've used Pi. I've upgraded my ChatGPT and used it in putting a bit more than a presentation together. And we're actually using AI in a project that we're putting together, a software development project together. I'm also training with Udemy. They've got business processes using AI And it's only a 3.5-hour course, but it's something that's updating my knowledge, and I'm looking to further update. I'm not overwhelmed or scared of what AI is doing, and I would much rather embrace this type of thing, the development of technology, and understand it, how it will support and help rather than hinder. So that's me, Nicola Holt, Technic Solutions, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Nicola. Agree with that. Let's Jane, tell us about you.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see all your faces. It's Jane Chakravorty. The business is Invicta Linux. We do IT business solutions for small and medium-sized businesses and licensing and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we use AI, I think, for pretty much, I think it makes you terribly lazy. Well, I've got this to do. I've got this response to do. I've got this to do. I'll just give it. But not one AI. Obviously, you have to use many of them to get to eke out the mistakes, and there are always mistakes. But it's just revolutionary. I really do think that not evolutionary, it's revolutionary now. So yeah, exciting times, I think, and it's I'm watching the progress of it with amazement. And the exploitation of it as well. That's got to be said. Yeah.
That is interesting times, I must admit.
Yeah.
It's good. Thanks, Jane. Andy.
Yeah, hi. Most of you know me already. Andy from A1 Webstats. Spend most of my life helping people understand what to do to get more from their websites. Again, like Jane says, AI interest. It's great, and it's also rubbish at the same time. Sometimes noticing the thing, I do a post on LinkedIn today about how the Google AI gets it so wrong, like telling people to have to take a toaster in the bath and all that sort of stuff. It's quite comical where it's going, but I think we can all see where it is going in the future. If we get David, have we talked about AI for work.co prompts yet?
I don't think so.
Maybe if we get time, happy to do a quick one. It's not my thing. It's just something I've seen and used. It might be useful for a bit. It's free for everyone. It might cover that as part of if we get time during the meeting. But my current challenge is probably an easy one. I have clients and they're really difficult to get them to do case studies and blogs and stuff like that. And I'm always saying to them, do you know what? If you recorded your voice, if we could get that into AI in some way, that would be great. And I'm sure there's a really easy way to get that transcription into AI, but for some reason I haven't spotted it and I've been too damn lazy to find it.
No, you can record your voice and get it on and then you can just type in the text and your head and your voice will be saying those words,
What do you do that in then? Is that like doing it straight into ChatGPT on a phone, for example, or not? It's like you're dictating something.
There's HeyGen.
A what?
HeyGen will do it.
HeyGen.
HeyGen. HeyGen.
Okay.
Thank you. It does cost a little bit more. It can be detected. Who was talking about micro? Chris was talking about the some things will detect the little micro changes in your expressions, micro expressions.
Micro facial
like
expressions.
TikTok will be able to tell whether it's whether it's a talking head or whether it's a real person or not.
There's nothing simpler than that. That just lets you
because banks are not that sophisticated, but they certainly will. TikTok will be able to tell. TikTok can tell things. In fact, TikTok actually engage in that because they had the technology to start with, because they originally, and they're not allowed to do it now, they were using your phone cameras without people knowing it, to look at people's expressions while they were watching a video, so they could feed you back the videos you wanted to watch to keep you trapped on TikTok for the rest of your life, because you didn't want to leave. They just kept producing videos that you were reacting positively to. So people are saying it's because they're Chinese, but it's not. They just got this technology and they're using it. So So it is but they do, you know, they do all sorts of things to keep you on the platform, and that used to be one of them. That they certainly can't do it in the EU or the UK, or certainly not America. America wants to ban them altogether, don't they? So,
Yeah.
so it's a difficult one. But anyway, Steffi, tell us all about you.
Hey.
You've already had a couple of people who've bigged you up already. So
Well, I won't blow any smoke at my own trumpet. I'm a 31-year veteran web developer, founder and creator of Your PCM, the CRM design exclusive to UK small business owners that has AI built into it. That led me on to building Your AI, which people like Chris and I know David uses as well. Jane, I can't remember whether you're still playing with it. I haven't looked recently.
No, I haven't, but it's on my list. I'm
There you
really
go.
looking forward to it. Yeah.
All right. So the next version, because I've realized that most people are creating words to use as blog posts and social media and stuff, and images to go with it. So I'm currently building something called Splogit, which
Okay.
is a dedicated blogging platform, purely AI driven. So you can just type in a question, make a statement, type in somebody else's URL, hit go, and it will just create an entire blog post around it for you. So I've estimated for the price of £1, which is 10 tokens, and 2 minutes of your time, you can have a brand new blog post that you can publish on your blog and then use the social media to share it out to people. Or you can just take it away and use it elsewhere. So it's entirely up to you what you do with it. Anyway, that should be in testing or available for testing next week. So I will be calling upon some of my networking buddies. Would you like 200 free tokens? But I do need feedback. You've got to join my WhatsApp group and feedback. Nothing
Yeah.
horrible, nothing horrible, or else you'll damage my gentle ego. But I certainly want some good feedback off it for those 200 tokens.
yeah. No, it's good because I use, as Debbie said, I create not all the blogs, but a lot of the blogs that I produce, I've done on Steffi's platform. The thing the fact you can produce an audio file that goes along with that blog is a real win, because that kind of impresses your clients. You know, the fact there's an audio file there. And Google likes it as well, you know, its existence. So it's kind of a win-win, and you're offering, you know, we're offering greater value for it. Okay.
What should we blog about today? That's the question.
Are you going to show it? Has it been? Have you updated it lately? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I could give you 5 minutes on it. Well, I suppose I could give you 2 minutes on it if you want. If somebody asks a question.
Yeah, do your 5 minutes. Do it now.
Yeah. Oh, if you want me to. All right, hang on a minute. I just need to remove my my background. There we go. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to go to the home page. So this is what a typical blog looks like. It's all completely customizable. You can change all the colors. You can change the width if you want to. If you're not going to use it as a self-contained blog, you can configure it so it's Google indexing is off and it just displays it like this as a reference point for you. That's the search tool. And you can obviously tag things down. So if I want to see nature posts, I can do that. Although for some reason I don't have 10 nature posts, so I don't know why it's come up with 10. But there's a bug and I've just figured it out. So in here, here's your list of blogs, various icons, see it, duplicate it, delete it, recycle it as well. So if you have no inspiration at all, you can just move it to the top and republish it, and that'll publish and unpublish. We can, if we're working on it, we can click on the date and it moves it straight to the top if we want it to. Don't know why that's there. Obviously buggy again. And then we've got the start, words, images, audio, links, socials, and finish with a few of the little tweaks. But how do we get to that point? So if I just close that up and then I'll click add and it says, what should we blog about today? Somebody give me a random question about any subject.
Who's going to win the election?
Not a current subject. What about the state
What's
of
good for my gut health?
Beg your pardon?
What's good for my gut health?
What's good for gut health? All right. So what's good for I'm going to say your gut health. Well, let me just say top 10 good things. That's probably a bit wordy, but and then I'm going to say gut health as the key phrase, because obviously that then sorts out. We can give it guidance. We could have dropped in a URL into that. If we'd have dropped a URL in there, it ignores the guidance. But we, you know, there's lots of different things. I could say explain the science to a 10-year-old if I wanted to in there. You know, write a story starting with once upon a time. You can do all sorts of stuff like that. So start creating, and it adds it into the system. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the 3 body problem because that's at the top. And then I'll zoom in and just show you around here. So there's your working title, your guidance, your key phrase. We can put it in a section. So I can say science. I think it's just science I've got in there. And then I'm just going to update it. Go on to words. And this is full editor control on it as well. I'm going to click create and click OK. It's going to cost me a token to do that. That might be going up to 2. My best friend, who's a business coach, keeps shouting at me that I'm underpricing it. But I still think £1 per blog post is actually a pretty good rate. And there we go. It's created it for us. Things for your gut health. So it's actually given us a new title. It's all formatted up nicely. There's a summary paragraph as well to go with it. And then there's all the words, and it's saying eat a diverse and balanced diet, blah, 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 blah. Loads of different things. It's all there. Now, obviously, my computer's starting to run a bit slow, but at this point, I could now, yeah, my computer is running slow. If you can just give me a few seconds for it to come back. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. So you now have the opportunity to put this into your voice, because you should never just publish anything AI produces, because you need to make sure it is actually in your voice. So it's Shirley's voice or it's Michael's voice, you know, because you might write things a little bit differently. But what I can do is I can help you on the way to that by clicking Fettle. And what Fettle does is it just changes it into UK English and gets rid of some of the obvious AI things. But now I'd go in and I'd format it. So here, for example, I can just double click on that and I'll say, right, well, that needs to be bold, obviously, you know, and I can do all sorts of things. I can bring videos in, whatever. But here's the cool thing. I'm going to go to images. So just click on images. I'll zoom out on this so you can see. But we've got up to 17 images. We can give it guidance. We can chop the top and bottom. I'm just going to click create and see what it does. Again, takes 20 to 30 seconds to get your AI to do it. Not your AI, sorry, the AI to do it. And it just sits there, and we look like lemons, and I play my hold music to everybody. Dum 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 dum. And then eventually, is it going to happen? Yes, it is. It's still going. It's working on it. It's going to come up with.
I think Nicola's got a question, but
good for gut health. Nicola, have you got a question?
It's not a question. It's actually a statement. I think what you're showing us is really great, because you get help from the AI, but you also have to put in the human effort. So you can kind of say, yeah, this is my work, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you could, or I could build in a button that says publish and be damned. Here's my question, just publish it. And it'll just go words, images, audios, and it'll create it all for you and publish it. But that's not the point. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to give you an assist. So it's doing most of the work for you, and then you put your own personal stamp on it. That's the way it should work. AI is there to support us, not replace us. That's what I'm trying to achieve with this. It's still working. I had an error because it got a bit confused. So I've just simplified down what I'm trying to get it to create. It's just a gut health. So we'll see what comes up. It's the same with all demos. They may fail. Oh, no, there it is. Look, there we go. So it's just created an image for us. And it's got lots of superfoods, and it's got gut, and it's talking about health and everything. Although for some reason there's a canal in the background. I don't know why it's done that. Same with audio. We just go to audios. We choose a voice. There's 6 voices. We click create. We go to links. well, let's have a look at some further reading links. We click create. I'm not actually going to create those because it uses a slightly different system than OpenAI. It's actually using, there you go, some interesting links. And these are all live and straight from Google News. Google News? Yeah, well, no, Google Search. So they should all tie in with your key phrase. We can then go in and click all the socials. So for example, I could create a tweet. So I'm going to create a tweet with some emojis. I'm going to create a slightly longer one without emojis because that's for Facebook, and an even longer one for LinkedIn. I'll just click create and away we go. And again, it takes 20 to 30 seconds, but you should end up with some pretty good social media shares. And all you have to do then is click on Buffer. Remember, Buffer gives you 3 channels for free. So why wouldn't you use Buffer? And you can schedule it. There we go. It's put emojis in. It's built it. Everything you need is all built in. Last thing we do is finish it. I always think it needs to have a little subtitle because when you share it on Facebook, it needs it. There's the description to go into Google as well. We've already put the section in there, which is fine. There's your URL. There's all your hashtags if you want them. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to click on publish. Remember, I haven't done any layout or editing on the main thing. Go to home. There's my blog post. It's done it. Although for some reason it's missed the oh, I don't know why it's done that. Anyway, let me click that. Yeah, I'm having a bit of an issue here, so I'm not going to show you that one, but I will show you the one about cats. There we go. Nice title, who it's created by, an intro paragraph, an image. It's got the image wrong. There's the audio version. There's the layout. I can even bring in YouTube video. Nice sign off. Nice sharing tools as well about me to discuss you and what you do. You can obviously put links in there as well. That's would you like to know more? All my images have gone wrong. Something's gone horribly wrong in my demo, but you get the idea.
Always does with a demo.
Always does, yeah.
You've
Anyway,
it's all been perfect, and then as soon as you show it, horrible happens.
I've started creating the ad script that will add other blogs in there, so I can just type in davidharris.splogger.com and it will create it. But unfortunately, in doing that, I've messed up my own blog. So, so this is what I'm working on this weekend. So once I've got this working and I've built the waitlist page, which is going to go on www.splogger.com, so you can just sign up and wait for it. I can get into testing then and get you guys playing with it.
All right, brilliant.
We're close. We're close.
Love to be involved with that. So we're sort of wait for that to come out in the next.
Yeah. The key thing is it's not AI is not there to replace us, it's there to support us. I say that over and over and over again, and that's why that tool doesn't have a publish and be damned button.
Yeah,
you can easily build one, but then you just be churning crap out. At least doing it this way, step by step, you get control of it at each point. Don't like that image? Create another one. Don't like those words? Change it.
Yeah, because I nearly always put subheadings in blogs as well, because Yoast, for instance, wants us to do things like that. So it's
yeah, we can do H1, H2. There's full text editing control in there.
Yeah. It can be H anything as long as it's H. Google seems to not know the difference.
The big title is H1. It's always H1, and then I usually use H2 for what I do is I highlight a sentence, and then I'll make that look completely different and turn that into H2.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you there yesterday, Steffi, for the tech talk?
Yeah.
Oh, you were, yeah. So obviously that Leon put up our website and that for critique. And at the same time, actually, it reminded me of when I was as into it as what was his name? Russell, was it something? As that anyway, that chap that was doing the analysis. It reminded me about John Russell. It reminded me about HubSite's website free website grader, which I used to find was a very useful tool just to have a quick look at people's websites and that. But anyway, we have had lots of website people say, "Oh, no, you shouldn't be using AI generated blogs and all the rest of it and that. You know, so that completely debunked that anyway, I think yesterday, both ways and that, you know, obviously, you know, Steffi, Leon is being very careful, and it is, you know, assisted and augmented rather than rather than just publish and be damned. But yeah,
you could just pump crap out all day, every day if you wanted to.
Of course you could. Of course you could.
But what's the point in doing that? Because it damages your own reputation. You need
Exactly.
anything it creates text-wise, you need to put it into your voice. You need to make it sound like you. And I put tools in there. It's like Myers-Briggs is in there. The Fettle tool is in there as well. You can change point of view. You can change the tone. You can do all sorts of things with it. But you still should go in and edit it, you know, because you might not use a particular phrase and you want to change it around. So you need to spend five minutes or so just messing about with the layout, bringing in a YouTube video, stuff like that.
Yeah, so definitely get Leon involved in your testing there, Steffi.
Yeah, so testing probably about a month or two. I mean, I'm still aiming for 1st of September to launch it.
That's this is a bit not what I was gonna do first, but I'll just quickly as it's a related thing. Let's see if I can share the right one. This is, I don't know if anyone's seen this. This is called undetectable.ai, and this is an advanced AI detector and humanizer. So if you it's not, I can't remember how much the pricing is now. It's not particularly cheap, but let's just have a look. Okay, it's $14.99. Oh, it's okay. It's $14.99 a month for 15,000 words, which would be at least 5 blogs, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't be may not be something there, or you can get 10,000 for $5 a month if you want to pay a year up front. But it's but it works quite well. It's so if you were to let's think now, ChatGPT. I don't know. I've tried out loads and loads of AI. Well, there aren't loads and loads, but I've been trying out for extended periods. I've been trying Gemini for a while because they gave it away for half price, and I don't know. Somebody said earlier about the mistakes they made about who said about putting the toaster in the bath. It was Andy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's they make so many mistakes with Gemini, and there was one last week somebody put on YouTube, a guy I follow on there, and he put in what was the year 20 years ago, and it said 1994. So I mean, that was kind of a basic kind of error. So it was it's a little bit disturbing, because you can obviously pick those things up straight away, but I'm going to use Wiley's green. So let's so this will come in there. I'm just going to like you can tell this is like Steffi saying earlier, you can tell that's ChatGPT because of the in summary. Let's just copy that and paste it into the AI detector and check for AI. Your content is detected is written by AI, OpenAI. So it knows it knows it's there. So you can choose who you're writing it for. So university student, high school, doctorate, journalist, and marketing, email. There isn't a working class Joe button, is there? So I guess that would be high school, wouldn't it? So it would be
primary school in the UK.
Pleb.
So more, and then you just click the humanize button. Oh, okay. I can only have 250 words. So I'm gonna have to take something out.
Taking conclusion out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's probably that's told it. I'm just gonna.
Have you tried it with content that you know has been all human written, just to see what it does? I mean, could it get it wrong?
I haven't. I've seen somebody on YouTube did it, and it did say that it was written by a human.
Okay.
So it's so then it produces your output that you can then copy the other one. But I thought it goes through quite quickly, and if you were just using ChatGPT or anything at all to produce your blogs, you could feed it into this if you don't mind paying for sort of $15 a month. For it would be, you know, if your blog's 5,000 or say 4,000, you might be able to squeeze more out of it. But I mean, yeah, you might get 543. No, it's you're talking about 3 or 4 blogs, aren't you? For $15 a month, so it's quite expensive, I think. But
yeah,
but if you were using it full time, you know, and you were earning the money from it, I guess that would be not too bad. The other cool thing I saw this week that I'm seriously thinking of is audiopen. I don't know, but it's better on your mobile. I mean, it's a web app, not a downloadable app, but it's quite easy to install on your phone. And then basically you can just record. You just record onto it. It's got a pretty simple interface, and let's see if it's going to work for me. I haven't used it. Okay, so now because I've got the free version, I'm limited to 3 minutes, but you just talk and you can just ramble away. You can be walking through the woods, just rambling your thoughts down, and just all the ums and ahs and everything else. It will just ignore. It seems to have stopped recording now. Has it frozen me? I think okay. I think it froze my Zoom, so it's not a great one to demo on there. And then it'll rewrite it and get rid of all the ums and ahs. So yeah, so that's not a great demo because it's stopped. But it'll put it into nice English as well. It'll do all sorts of things. It will translate it. It'll do anything you like, and it'll turn your thoughts into a proper written piece of work. It's worth looking at. Try out the free version, and plus they do have a lot of these things have some sort of scheme where you can make money from it if you recommend it to other people. You know, if you sign up to their system. So yeah, I'll stop that there for now. But I thought audiopen was pretty good. Again, you do have to pay for it. I think you have to buy a year in advance if you're not using the free version, which is like $99. But it depends on what you do. I mean, if you're a blogger and you're writing down your thoughts and everything else, and you just want to be rambling away while you're walking, like I said, like you're walking in the woods and just talking with your earpods in, it'll sort that all out for you. You could record for an hour and then it would give you a properly formatted blog.
Sounds amazing. I can't even see a free version, David, but yeah, I wish
if
there
you
is.
don't buy it, it's the free version.
Yeah, no, I've just gone to undetectable.ai, but anyway.
Oh no, that one was audio.
Audiopen. Yeah. Oh, that sounds, yeah.
audiopen.
Can't keep up here. I need an AI friend.
I just flipped from undetectable.ai to audio.
Yeah, it's your fault, obviously. No.
Oh, cool. But only 2 things I just found yesterday, you know. So it was.
Yeah.
I thought audiopen was pretty good, you know, because I saw the demo video and I thought, oh, that looks brilliant. So
Ooh, I've just noticed they've got an API.
yes.
So I can actually have a button that plugs in that says run undetectable on this text.
Right. Okay.
Mm.
Ah, that's interesting.
So you can oh, it's good. I've got my recorder monitors just turned up, and he's I'd have missed half of the session.
But you're recording already, so it's redundant now.
Yeah. Simon, you had one task and you're half an hour late for it.
I know, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hello, Simon.
Hello.
That's good. Good to see you anyway. Andy, do you want to tell us about?
Yeah. Shall I share? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. You can share. You should be able to share. Okay.
Yeah. Just do the. Oops, hang on a minute. That's the one. Is that sharing the AI
Yeah.
for work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is just something I spotted a little while ago, and it might be useful to people. It's free, and it's basically a load of prompts. And obviously, take them with a pinch of salt. But I found it quite interesting. So you focus on what your department is. So it might be particularly, this to say in my case, it might be marketing. Okay, and then it'll break it down to different types of personas that you can then get prompts that you can then use in something like ChatGPT. So say I'm a marketing analyst, for example. That's my role. And obviously we've all got different roles within our businesses. So I can think, okay, I want to do a competitive analysis or something, whatever that is. In my world, it's like comparing different websites together. You just click, you copy the prompt, you go off to your GPT, you whack it in there, hit the button, and then what it will do eventually. So effectively it takes you through the things. So in this case, it's saying, right, what competitors do you want to put in there? So you list the names of your competitors or websites and what focuses it basically guides you down a path for certain things that you could potentially be doing. And as you enter that stuff, it just spits things out the other end and keeps refining it. So it's basically thinking from the point of view of who you are or what type of thing you're trying to do. So it might be one. I mean, I saw one in here. For your sort of world, David, as it were, because I haven't actually looked at this one. Bear with me a second. Religious services. There we go. What does this do? I haven't even looked here. So you could be, I don't know, a religious educator, for example.
Can't see anything. Well, I can, but anything.
Is it not coming up on yours? Is it?
Yeah, I can see.
Is everyone else seeing it?
Okay, sorry.
Are you seeing the share one?
Fine. So, yeah, there's something wrong. I don't know what that was.
Is everyone else seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, whatever it might be. So I'm just spitballing it. Organize a Bible reading schedule type thing. And again, same thing. Don't know what it's going to come up with, but let's just whack it in there. Just see what it comes up with. And obviously, like all these things, you might want to, because it's very much sort of Americanized, you might want to just say, well, put it into English or whatever. And it's just asking you questions to then add it. It just takes a little bit out of the things that you could be doing.
That's good. Thanks, Andy. Have you tried other AI platforms to stick the copy in? I suppose you just choose your favorite.
I haven't.
Yeah, well,
I literally play with it on there, but they just seem to have quite a few different categories within there that you can play with. But yeah, just thought it might be useful to have a look at, considering it costs nothing.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Very useful.
Pleasure.
Have a play.
Is it just a free
AI for work.co? Yeah, just free thing.
Yeah. No, I think that's good.
Sorry, what was it called? I didn't even write it down.
AI4work.co.
For work. Sorry. Brilliant.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Andy. I noticed Beehive was listed in one of those in your first prompt. It mentioned Beehive for newsletter.
Oh, was it?
I don't know if has anybody used Beehive, because I do send out newsletters for more than, you know, I do them for Peppercorn, but I do them for other things that I do as well. So I've just seen it's got some AI thing in. It's got an intuitive editor and drag and drop and all the usual stuff, but apparently I've seen it recommended by a couple of different in a different.
Yeah, in their case, it was the part below the actual guts of the thing where it's like their little picture themselves. Subscribe to the AI for Work newsletter,
Right.
which is part AI
Oh,
for
they're
Work
using
Beehive.
Okay.
Using Beehive for that, yeah.
Yeah, because it's something I was gonna it was something I was gonna look into. So I'll have to have a look at that, because it's because I've seen it. It's a platform for creators by creators, it says, and there's a 30-day free trial. I don't know how limited that free trial is, and I know they've got a free version up to 2,000 people, but that they also said they had unlimited. You're not limited to the number of emails you can send, because like I pay Aweber, I spend about 30 quid a month, but looking at the list, I could probably get that practically for nothing on Beehive.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if anybody would be interested, but somebody sent me a link this week to something called OSUM, which is OSUM. And apparently it gives you detailed competitive research, SWOT analysis, buyer personas, and growth opportunities, and more. This person, the trial ran it with 3 products, and it was pretty accurate and gave about, you know, a 20-page report. So I went to the website, which looked very pretty, but I didn't do anything more. But as I say, I've had some very positive comments about it. So
that could be quite depressing if you put your own business into it, couldn't it?
that's probably why I just thought, that was nice. I won't go any further.
Yeah, they're rubbish. Somebody said
Some. Oh yeah, Oscar Sierra uniform. Mike,
Jesus,
yeah,
it's not cheap, is it though? Cool. Wow.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was free.
Well, there might be a free one, but there's it starts at Pro $150 a month dollars. But there might be a free level in there.
Yeah. Oh well, that'll lure me, won't it? I should have gone further than just looked and thought how pretty it was.
You can try it. It says you can try it if you sign up and sign in, but I don't know how far that goes.
Everybody wants your email address these days, don't they?
Yeah, because there's one called ranked.ai, which is something I haven't looked at properly yet, but there's it's on my list. But again, I don't think it's not. I think they start at $99. You get a month for free, then it starts at $99 a month. But it's SEO software. Which says
but if on this OSUM thing, if you were like a business coach, for example, doing work for multiple clients, with $150 a month, you can do multiple projects in there. So it sort of makes sense. And I think we're going to get to this point where we all start tapping into the other people that are using the paid for versions of stuff.
I wonder whether if you did do a strategy or research report, something like that, and then you shoved it into the undetectable.ai, whether that would could it? I don't know. It's it's the whole universe out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I mean, I think, say like undetectable, it's definitely had it as as a thing, it would be more marketable. You could charge more for it, because if it wasn't detectable as written by AI, you know, because even if you update it and change it, it potentially it would still be detectable, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Be great, wouldn't it? You could spend your entire life drinking G&Ts and just subscribing to all these different websites, getting your reports out,
And
putting them in
actually,
detectable.
if it did do that, you could click publish and be damned, couldn't you? Because you'd know it was.
Well, I was looking at the API for undetectable, and I could build it into my platform. The problem is it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's the thing. I mean, there's no discount in the API compared with the front end.
No.
That's the problem. So I could say, oh, I'll have 300,000 words, you know, a month, and that would cost me 84 quid. But what happens if Splogit really took off and I had like 10,000 users, and I'd be up to 1 million words a month, you know? So the only thing
then you would have to charge. You'd have to charge that and a bit more, obviously, because
yeah, I'd have to charge people to run the humanize button based on how many words. So 4,000 words, which is the maximum that AI will do. It would just cost a fortune. It costs about 5 quid or something to do it.
Yeah. You could negotiate a price with Undetectable. I don't know where they're based or who they are.
They do have a business plan. There is a business plan, but I'm still at this point, it's going to cost me a couple £100 a month, and I'm not paying that.
No.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the only given in all this is take undetectable and take anything else. There's always going to be multiple people compete with each other, and the price will drive down. The market will force that down.
Oh yeah, there'll be another undetectable. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Dave already mentioned that if you're making your money back, then it won't be it's not too much of a bother, is it? But if
if you charge £5 a blog, it might price it out the market.
That's
it. That's the thing. I think version 2 might have undetectable built into it. You never know, but I think for now I need to get Splogit out there and test it and see what everybody likes.
Yeah.
Launch what's called a minimum viable product, an MVP, and then if people say, "Oh, can we have this? Can we have that?" If enough people say it, then you build it in for version 2. It's like I was thinking of building a mailing list into it. I don't need to do that now. I know how to do it, but I don't need to do it now.
Yes, as someone who's done that many times in the past, build it for the people, and then you find they don't use it. You've put all that investment in. If there's enough demand, build it, and they're going to pay for it, obviously.
Yeah.
Now site. Did anybody? Who was the guy that was one of the first AI, the cool stuff that I attended? And who was the guy that did Now site?
That was yeah, I can picture his face.
I can't think of his
name.
Sorry?
Justin Bellabarber.
No,
the guy on here.
Yeah.
Mike Granger.
Mike Granger,
That's it. Well, I became an affiliate, but I've stepped away. But they had newsletters and social media and things like that. And just to mention that they had, instead of, like, what's the name of the images, Steffi? The David, what are the name of the images that are created by AI, but you don't get like a photograph, you get it AI images. Those types of AI.
Avatar.
Those types. Yeah, they did normal photos, so you could. The only flaw was that when you were posting, you had to. It's not linked to the account.
No.
It's linked to your PC, so you can copy and paste the text, and then you can grab the saved image that's been created with the Now site, but you actually have to go into your social media accounts and put that information, like post it yourself.
To be honest, it's no better than using Steffi's or using using ChatGPT.
Yeah,
in fact, it's no better than using ChatGPT 3.5, to be honest. And it has got some other things on it, and it's essentially there as an MLM, so that MLMers can make money out of AI.
Yeah.
It's not the best tool in the world, for sure. And there are lots of things out there that are better. Having said that, I did sign up for it, and I have signed up for it. But
Yeah.
it's if you're a complete numpty and you need something to hold your hand, and you just need something to, you know, you can train it to talk in your voice.
Yeah.
You give it all sorts of information, and you put in a few original pieces in there, and then it assesses your personality. I guess it might do a Myers-Briggs, or it does something so that it mimics your personality when it produces content. But at the moment, it's not that great, other than for publicizing itself amongst MLMers, so everyone can make money. You know, having said that, I got $45 out of it last month, which is, you know, is okay, but it's I haven't really focused on it because
David, how did you do that? How did you get the money from it?
There's other people I've sent there have signed up as partners.
Okay.
So, and you get so much, you get 20-30% or whatever. So it doesn't take much to get $45, because it's about is it about $30 a month? Or I joined at the beginning, so I've got it quite about half price, you know. So it was
yeah.
But it's not, you know, I don't actively publish it, publicize it. The other thing I was looking at that I haven't experimented with is a search engine called XR. Has anyone tried this?
No,
not seen it.
It's supposed to be like, again, I've seen a couple of the guys who talk about AI are saying this is really great. I have never tried it. So it's
sorry, David, what's it called? I can't see
my
old eyes.
It's exa.ai.
EXA. Thanks.
So it's search content by meaning. So
what does that mean?
Context beyond the keywords you type. So it says type a prompt or paste a link. So and improve my. I don't even know if this sort of thing would work, but there's I know that.
Oh, there you go.
So auto prompted. Here is why leaves are green, and it comes up with lots of. It seems to have done a pretty good job with the search engine. You know, it seems to cut out the out a lot of the crap you might get on Google. But again, that's something I'll be looking at in the next few days. But I thought it was worth a mention because it's something that I thought was pretty cool. So I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at Beehive. Yesterday on Peppercorn, we talked about the YouTube transcript as well. YouTubetranscript.com. It's also a plugin on Chrome called Merlin, which is exactly the same tool, which basically grabs the transcript of a YouTube video, and you can then do what you like with it. You can paste it, you can create a blog from it, or you can just download the transcript, or you can shorten it, or you can do whatever you want with it. So it's that was the other thing. So good. Well, I think we're out of time. So,
yeah, we are. He's really good at finishing on time. It's now.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So we are. It's 10:59. So thank you for coming along again today. It's been really great. Thanks for your contributions, because it's.
Sorry I was late.
That's no problem. I managed to press the record button with it. Last week I didn't. Oh, the week before last you weren't here, and I went through the whole thing without pressing the record button.